before, and today we are playing with Glamlite and Scooby-Doo. This is the Creeps and Crawls palette, which we're going to be playing with right at first. And then I will be showing you the look that I did earlier in the week. This was the Roh Roh Raggy. I can't do the voice of Scooby. It's Roh Roh Raggy, like oh Shaggy. But it's, I am more Yoda. Okay, so we will come back together, talk about the collection, talk about my feelings about the pieces. I did pick up the 2 10-pan palettes and the 3 lip colors, and I'll explain why I didn't pick up some of the other stuff and why I did pick up these. So anyway, let's get started. I'd say let's get dangerous, but that's another property. All right, so we're gonna do Creeps and Crawls today. And look at this color story. Yeah. So the thing I will say about these is the swatches of the mattes really come off not as good as some of the other Glamlite mattes when you're swatching them. Now I do find that I can achieve some of the same looks on the eye with those mattes. We're gonna start in with the middle color there. They have no names, they're just numbered in the little sheet protector, so when you get rid of that you don't have any way to reference them. The fun purples. So here we go. But they're very pigmented. I can definitely get the looks on the eyes, so in this instances I don't think the swatches are really as accurate to know about the mattes in this instance. I find that they perform really well on the eye. We are in mostly natural light today, so you are going to see some fluctuations as the sun goes behind the clouds. I added some unnatural lighting, some overhead lighting, because sometimes when those, like now the sun goes behind the clouds, it's hard for me to actually see what I'm doing. So anyway, there's a mix of lighting today. So no, you're not going mad. It is indeed the light changing. Or if you ever watched Northern Exposure, the character Ed is working on being a shaman, and there's one episode that references, like, he finds this ring, and so he ends up having all these visions that come with this ring, this sort of like Fellini sort of thing. And Joel, the doctor in town, says, well, are you hallucinating? You know, and he's like, I'm trying to remember how he gets this off, that like, oh, I hallucinate all the time, but not right now. So anyway, a very not well explained lovely moment in a cool TV series that was very odd but nicely captures the sort of small town strange living. So now I'm going in with this, the darker of those, to build up my mattes. Now it's really easy to get just a fast eye look with these. And these shimmers are really magnificent. Like Glamlite has outdone themselves on a couple of these shades where they're just like rivers of metal beautifulness. So but the dark purples here, and then also the dark blue, the bluish teal, and then this is more of a deeper, it's not a black shade per se, and you'll see on the swatches. So I'm going to take that in here in just a second. I'm going to line. I'm going to use my pencil brush. So you can see how deep that took it. Sorry, I got a phone call on my watch. Okay, so I've got the dark shade into it. I'm gonna double check that I'm coming all the way through here, because sometimes I miss that. Okay, and then I'm gonna, to clean that really quickly, and I come back in with that deeper purpley shade to go towards the outside of that line so you can read the color on the bottom. The nice thing about this is it really is inspiring. Like, it's one of those palettes when you're playing with it, you want to keep playing with it. You want to keep making looks, which is the sign that it's going to have good longevity. You're going to want to pull it out and play with it. Okay, and I'm going to go in the blue-ish here because I just want to give just a little bit different read along the edges. Now I'm doing all my mattes at first here because when I get into the shimmers, they're just going to overtake everything. So we could go ahead and put more of this on the lid and just leave this as a matte look, but I'm gonna put just a little more of the dark purple. Just build its presence a little bit more there, and a little bit more along the edge. But as you can see, we can get a pretty good just color read off of only the mattes. Okay, so that would be my matte look, except for I would put more of that lighter purple along the lid if I was just doing a matte look. Now there's 3 different purpley shimmers in this. So we're looking at these and this, and some of these are more, they function more like a topper sort of a shadow, and some are functioning more, I'm gonna swatch these just so you can see what I'm talking about. So you could use them more like a topper or like a definitive color read, but look at that. I'm going to insert, of course, swatches when we talk about the palettes themselves. But so you've got more of the different tones of the purple. Like this is more a pinky purple, this is more of a deep bluish purple, and this is more of like a periwinkle purple, and it's just a little bit, not sheer, but just a little bit more sheer. These are very opaque shimmers. They're beautiful. So we're gonna go in with this color more towards the inside and into the crease, this one on the center of the lid, and then this one on the edge. I'm just gonna play with everything. Okay, gonna start with the pinkish one towards the inside. Sorry, I actually grabbed the wrong one. And I'm still using my pencil brush because I wanted a little more control. Okay, and then I'm going to go into the deeper one next and do the outside, and then tap with my finger with the last shadow. These are so beautiful. Now you don't have to be scared of these. These can be incredibly blingy shadows, but you can also use a very light hand with them and have a very soft, more shimmery color wash, and you can do a one shadow look with these that's really pretty, that I would say is, if you use that light hand, it could be more of like that Charlotte Tilbury, like the shimmer, but with colors. Okay, and now I'm going to apply with finger that last shadow. Okay, and then I'm going to do just a little bit of that matte to go back and reassert that color along the top. And I'm going pretty far up into towards the brow line, because I want to use all of my space for color, pretty much. Okay. All right, so okay, we're back. What I did was put on some liquid liner. This is from the Barbie collection. I did not pick up the one from the Scooby-Doo collection because I don't go through really a lot of liquid liner. I'm more of a regular liner or using liner shadow. So I did put this on, some mascara, my Better Than Sex mascara. I also did not pick up the Mascara from the Scooby-Doo collection. I was very curious to see what Glamlite might do with the formula, but I am so picky about mascara that to me it just was not worth the expenditure to just satisfy my curiosity. So I did apply 2 of the lipsticks. I applied the black lipstick, it's not actually black, but the black packaged lipstick, and then I dotted a little bit of the pinkish, it's a kind of a peachy pink in the center of it. You can't really tell, it just makes a general color read difference. So let's talk about the collection that I picked up and how I feel about it. Let's start with the lipsticks. Now the packaging is very fun themed, kind of for that Halloween spooky Scooby-Doo sort of mystery. The packaging is plastic. It's a little heavier plastic. It doesn't have any particular closures, just your regular closure. And the lipstick itself does not have a scent. So what you can smell is just kind of the makeup, the product, which cuts down on kind of like the experience of the makeup. The fact that it's fun packaging, the fact that it doesn't have a scent, kind of makes it feel like it's in that play makeup again. And I use the word, we're going to play with our makeup all the time, but there is that sense of a difference between makeup we play with and play makeup. The thing is, I feel like it does a disservice in a way to the lipsticks. Glamlite has really impressed me with the way that their lipsticks look on and feel. So these go on just a little bit. They're not tuggy, they're not dry, but they have body to them, and you can feel the body have less slip to it as you're putting it on. But they feel very comfortable. They look in that satin category. Okay, coffee break. So what I will say is, if you have a chance to pick up any of the lipsticks, the only lipstick that I felt was not my favorite was the Frosted Flakes lipstick in the Frosted Flakes packaging. I felt like it looked a little dry on, that it looked a little, because it was matte, it looked a little dry, and it wasn't quite my color. So that's the only one. I loved the packaging of that one. I thought it was stellar. But the rest of the lip colors that they've come out with I really have enjoyed wearing them. I've enjoyed the formulation and the color and the wear. And so I just have to kind of get over myself on the packaging of what I think of the packaging, because I really like how it looks as makeup. So if you have a chance to pick up the lip colors, pick up one in a shade that you think you might like and give it a try. I think you would not be sorry about that. These are fun packaging. The Scooby is raised and has like a little bit of felt feeling behind it. Super cute. If you're at all into the nostalgia, you'd love it. I don't necessarily have a thing for shaggy either, just like I didn't for the Barbie collection, but the color stories are really interesting and pretty. And these shimmers, they have outdone themselves with amazing shimmers. So as far as that goes, consider, if you love shimmers and you really want to go there, these shadows will not disappoint you at all. You will be just amazed and in wonder. The Creeps and Crawls, also very cute packaging, same thing. They're raised with a little bit of texture behind it. And then it does have cute other things in it. But again, these they don't swatch well on an arm. They look good on the eye, they perform nicely, and these shimmers are just to die for. Really lovely. I like the fact that these 10-pan palettes, the second, Michaela Pot 2, had a 10-pan. She had 2 palettes with that second launch. She had the larger palette and the 10-pan palette. And these are very storable, you know. They fit nicely in your collection. They pack nicely. And I don't think you'd be at all upset with the quality. Those shimmers are just are lovely. Let me get a little closer so you can see my eye look from today. Don't panic. Okay, so there you go. So if you have a nostalgia, you won't be upset about it. It's just really, it scores on the packaging. I did not pick up the highlighter because I tend to not like more of the sparkly highlighters that have a lot of particulate sparkle. And those, even though there's really amazing if you like that kind of sparkle content in your highlighters, I don't necessarily, but I feel like if you're that person, the highlighters were really put together nicely. The packaging was really cool and shifty, and that was a lot of fun. Again, I did not pick up the liner because I had the Barbie. I did not pick up the mascara because I'm picky about mascara and I would probably be disappointed. I'm disappointed in many things, so it's no shade on Glamlite. I'm glad that they are trying new things. I don't use false lashes, so I did not get those. So from this collection, I got the 3 lipsticks and the two palettes, and I'm very happy I did. And there's not anything else that I think I would go pick up. I am waiting impatiently for Glamlite to make blush. Glamlite, if you can hear me, make a blush. Okay, there we go. So, do I like it? Yes, I do. We're past Halloween, we're going into all the, fall, the festive, the Thanksgiving, the Christmas, but I intend to use these year round, and I feel like I can just, get so much mileage out of those shimmers. They're so gorgeous. And like I said, you could do a very light hand and do a very light wash with some of those and have a great look. So if you're at all interested, this is a fun Glamlite launch. Looking forward to what they are going to do next and waiting impatiently for blush. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope everyone is doing well, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.